That was so stupid.
You first.
Hey, this is Kir.
And hey, it's Tommy.
And welcome to our channel. So today we're going to be doing the Mangatube Tag, which was created by Christy Liu, who will be linked below. Kind of a cool thing is that she made this tag back in September, which was one of the first videos of manga on YouTube I actually saw. And so that tag actually helped me find like a lot of people that I follow or that I sub to, and kind of showed me that like people are on YouTube making videos about manga,
right?
Which was kind of cool. So it kind of inspired our channel.
Little lore,
so
little background.
Kind of cool. So it's kind of cool to finally be able to do this challenge because, of course, when I saw it back in September, we didn't have a channel yet. And now we do.
Right.
So kind of cool. But basically, yeah, this is just to introduce ourselves, let you know a couple things. There's like 10 questions that we're gonna answer, and hopefully you enjoy.
Right.
So all right. So I have a little note card here. So number 1 is introduce yourself.
Who is you?
So I am Kir.
I'm Tommy. Yeah. That's
well, I don't really know what to say.
Yeah.
Who are we? Who am I? I don't really know. So we're both in our like mid-20s, just about. I'm older, he's younger.
Yeah.
We live in Florida. We make manga content, I guess.
I'm currently a student, so
yeah, he goes to school. I work delivering manga to people.
Yeah, she delivers packages, Kojima, like on some Death Stranding stuff,
So yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's who we are, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there any part of the introduction that I didn't cover? Like, let me know. All right, so number 2 is, when did you start reading manga?
Right. I started reading, technically, like the first manga I ever picked up was when I was like 9 or 10. My cousin brought home a Dragon Ball Z manga. He brought it home from the library, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, whenever I go to middle school, they'll have manga in like the libraries and stuff, because in elementary school they just had Harry Potter and stuff. I wasn't reading all that. Y'all know me. And so yeah, but before I ended up going to that middle school, we transferred and went somewhere else, so I never got the chance to get manga in my school. But eventually I got really back into manga and anime maybe 5 years ago, and I started collecting a year after that. But reading, yeah, for sure, that was 2017. That was when I really got back into reading, for sure.
So I read my first manga like in 2016. Basically, I had watched the Bleach anime and I wanted to know like what happened afterwards. And so I only just started watching anime in 2016 or 2015. So yeah, I wanted to see how it ended. So I kind of like skipped through like the ending of Bleach, like the last half of it.
That's a good choice.
So I could see what happened. Of course, I went back and reread it since then, but that was my first like time reading a manga, even though I didn't really read it. But then my first time reading a manga actually from like front to back, which after that, I read Berserk at the end of 2017. Actually, Tommy got me to read it. This was like when we first got together.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, you gotta read this. So I read it, loved it. Still one of my favorites.
I got taste.
Yeah, that was actually my first manga, which is kind of like a weird thing. But yeah, so the end of 2017 probably.
All right. Question 3.
All right. Oh. I didn't know we were starting. Okay. Number 3, what is your favorite genre?
So what's your favorite?
Well, like I want to say shojo, but not really. I've kind of like gone away from shojo a little bit, even though like I still like shojo, but I guess I'll say romance. I really like romance, fantasy, and like psychological. I'm really starting to get more into like psychological stuff. I've been reading more of it and really liking it. So kind of trying to branch out a little bit from like what I usually read, even though I read every type of manga anyways. But yeah, I guess that's my answer: fantasy, psychological, and of course like I love romance because I'm basic.
Yeah, I see. I mean, that's definitely true. That's all she reads, romance and stuff like that. But if I had to say one, I mean, action for sure. I like shonen. I like seinen, any type of action, swords, hands, just anything in that nature.
Not a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, just
minimal text.
Conflict, strict conflict. But science fiction-y, fantasy stuff, like I like stuff that's not too realistic, but not too off the walls, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, as long as it has action for the most part, I'll definitely like see it. I'll definitely like check it out. Cause yeah, that's just what I'm into.
Meathead.
I need gore.
And number 4, how do you read manga? So this is like physical, digital. Like, how do you typically read?
Personally, I prefer to read digital. And that's just because when I'm reading, I like to lay in bed, right before bed, lay down, get on my phone, read manga into the late hours of the night, and that's typically that's not really possible with physical because you need a light source, you need usually you can't be curled over under the sheet
Because I'm definitely asleep, so no lights on.
Exactly. So yeah, I can't turn the light on to wake up Kir. So, but yeah, I prefer digital. Shonen Jump app is probably my go-to thing to check stuff out.
But you started reading more physical lately, right?
Right. I have a lot of physical manga, as you can tell, but for the most part, I'll read like Chainsaw Man or something like that digitally before I even pick up the physical. So that's just how I usually do it.
So I definitely like to read physical more. So I don't know. I just feel like I always grew up reading books, so I just feel like it's more comfortable for me to read physical. But I do like to read on my phone as well, just because it's convenient, especially like at night if the lights are off or there's not good lighting. Like I don't see well, so it's definitely good for me to read on my phone also. But I definitely prefer to read physical, and so I always just read physical usually if we have it. And then if it's something that we don't have or that's not like printed yet, like I'll read it digital usually. But really we're just trying to read it. It doesn't really matter as far as if it's physical or digital, one or the other. Of course we have a lot of physical manga, so I try to read that because we own it. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to read the manga so that I can take in the story. So that doesn't really matter to me as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, whatever we got, that's what we do.
What number are we in?
5.
Oh, your favorite manga. So you can go first.
I can go first? Okay. Well, me and Kir decided we're just gonna pick 3 from our collection that we picked as faves. So
yeah, only stuff that we own. So
for me, I gotta go with Berserk. This is definitely one of my favorite mangas ever. I watched the anime back in 2016, around Christmas time, and oh my gosh, it blew me away. This was one of the best stories I've ever read or watched. So I was like, dang. And somebody told me, yeah, there's stuff after that. So I said, what? Okay, so I started from the very beginning, read it all the way to the end. That was one of the best reads of anything I've ever read. And yeah, it continues to be my favorite. Guts is one of my favorite characters. Griffith is I almost said terrible antagonist, but like,
the goat.
You know why I dislike him. You know why I dislike him. So yeah, Berserk, for sure, my favorite manga of all time. And then 2 more. I grew up with Naruto as a kid. The manga is fantastic. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best of the big 3, but we're gonna get into that debate later. It doesn't really matter. But fantastic. I love Naruto. Nostalgia is definitely a big factor there. And then I actually read Gantz in 2019.
And he has not shut up about it since then. I swear.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Gantz was just an insane read. This is probably the fastest I've ever read a manga of this length in my life. Like, it was just such a good binge. I'm waiting for her to read it. Like, I need her to read it.
I'll get around to it.
I'm trying to force her to read it, but I know if I do that, she'll read 3 chapters and never pick it up again. So I'm just like, okay, when she gets to it, she'll get to it.
He always tries to force me to read stuff, and so it just makes me not want to read it even more. So we always argue about this.
Whatever.
But I'll get around to it. It's on my list. So.
Key, goated MC, goated series. Like, get into Gantz if you've never peeped it. Just flames.
All right, so my 3. My favorite manga is actually not printed in English, so these are my favorite out of what is printed, or what I own.
Hopefully, it gets printed eventually.
So probably not. But okay, so number 1 is Berserk, of course. So I had to pick this cover because of Griffith. But yeah, it's a great series. You know, we already talked about it. Tommy talked about it. I talked about it. Absolutely love the series. Everything about it. So good. So good.
So good.
Then my GOAT romance right here, Yona of the Dawn. So I really like this. I watched the anime. I had to start the manga. I read all of the manga in literally one day, like 24 hours. I read the whole thing.
I don't know how. It was a lot of dialogue.
It was like over 20 volumes. It was like, no, I want to say like 130 chapters, 120 chapters, like literally in the day. And this is a monthly manga, so that was like a lot. But so good. I literally could not stop it once I started it. And it's like a fantasy, you know, there's a lot of politics in it. There's some romance, just a lot of crazy stuff, and there's a lot of action too. So, I love everything about this series.
Says it gets insane after the point where the anime
It's literally
ends.
crazy.
So I'm just like,
the anime portion of the story is literally the worst part, and everything after that is just like so good. And the anime is already good, so it's like
season 2 someday.
And then this agenda that I always push is Blue Exorcist. I love this series. It's my favorite Exorcist manga, which is like probably crazy. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen's really good too, but like we'll get around to that. But Blue Exorcist is so good. I love this story. This was another one that like once I started, I literally could not put it down. I love everything about it. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Like super good. If you haven't read this, it's on the Shonen Jump app. I would definitely check it out. So.
I try to force her to read Gantz. She tries to make me read Blue Exorcist. So it's just like, maybe we'll get around to each other's manga recommendations. You know?
Maybe we'll do that at some point. But all right, so number 6 is, what types of videos do you make?
What types of videos? Oh, well, we make you guys know we make hauls, unboxings.
We haven't really done an unboxing yet, but you know.
Oh right, shop with me's, vlogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, like shopping vlogs, manga hauls. We want to do some reviews, so hopefully in the future, like that's something that we can do. We always have. Sometimes we have the same opinion, which is like usually over something crazy that like no one else agrees with.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we're literally polar opposites on our opinions. So we really wanted to do some reviews.
Give some takes from both of our perspectives.
And also like some reading logs. Like we like to let you know like what we're reading and what we think about it.
Right.
Because we like to watch those kind of videos. So
yeah.
That would be kind of cool to do. But hopefully we can branch out from just like manga hauls and shopping, because like I don't know. I don't want that to be all that we
do on
all
here.
that we do. Yeah, we don't just buy a bunch of manga and waste a bunch of money. So
yeah, yeah, we be peeping this stuff. All right, number 7.
What do you hope people will get out of your channel?
Well, I say entertainment. I hope if one person a day laughs at our videos, then I'm super happy. I mean, I know that was 2, but as long as people enjoy our videos, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, we're just trying to have fun. Like we don't really have a plan most of the time. Like when it comes to these videos, we're just kind of winging it.
Right.
And, you know, hopefully y'all enjoy watching them. We have fun making them. You know, they're kind of fun. There's something fun that we do every week.
Right.
So, yeah, we're just here to have fun, and hopefully, you know, y'all have fun watching us. Also, I want to, you know, just show that anybody can collect manga. It's not like, I always have people ask me, especially like on Twitter and stuff, like, yo, like, how'd you get all that manga, or how'd you start a collection, how do you buy manga? And you know, most of our manga that we got for super cheap, so it's like, you know, anybody can start a collection, anybody can have a collection. There's definitely deals out there. Right. There's, you know, all kinds of things that you can do, and you know, if it's something that you enjoy or something that you want to get into, like anybody can do it. You know, 2 years ago we didn't have hardly anything, and now we have a pretty large collection. But you know, it's just a little bit at a time. We would pick up some up here, some up there, and you know, anybody can have a collection, and I think that's something that, you know, I want people to see when they watch our videos. Even though the last couple months have been kind of crazy, but most of the time it's not like that. It's just, you know, a couple manga here, a couple manga there, and you know, just finding what you're into, and yeah,
just building from there. All right, number 8.
Number 8. What other hobbies do you have outside of manga?
Personally, I like playing video games. That's pretty much all I ever do besides read manga or watch anime. Playing games such as I mean, I like multiplayer games like Call of Duty, 2K, and stuff like that. But for the most part, I like story games like God of War, Persona, I mean, I played Grand Theft Auto back in the day, but you know, I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto until 6 comes out. I sailed. That sailed. That ship has sailed. I'm over it. But yeah.
In my free time, I do work a lot, so I don't have like the most free time. But I like to play games when I can. So I like to play like Dragon Quest, Persona, Final Fantasy. Like I just played recently.
Oh yeah, I had her play the remake. She loved
it. Oh my gosh, so good. Ghost of Tsushima, I played this past year. So I really like story type games like that.
Almost forgot to say Yakuza. I'm gonna get her into that one. She's gonna like it.
I just started 0, so. But yeah, I just like to play games when I have free time. If I'm not playing a game, I'm usually watching like a K-drama or something. As far as like hobbies go, I don't know if I really have anything crazy. You know, that's just kind of what I do in my free time. But I do work a lot, so that's kind of takes up most of my time. So either that, if I'm not reading, then you know, I play games. But
yeah. Number 9.
Alrighty, number 9. What is next up on your to-read list?
So on my to-read list personally, I said this in the manga haul video, but I'm gonna be reading Planet Test, Astro Boy. I'm trying to get through both of these within the next week so that I can get to Doro Hidoro, and yeah, I'm gonna try and binge all those and get those done before the month's over.
Oh yeah, we want to do a Doro Hidoro review, right. So we both got to read that actually. Once we finish our current reads, but
of course. So what are your current reads?
I am reading Monster. Oh, I was
gonna say these aren't future reads; they're more like current.
Yeah, I kind of like what we're reading right now. I'm reading Monster. This is the publication number 4, which is what I'm on. I'm absolutely loving this story. I kind of took a break from it and read Hanakimi, which was like another thing I picked up in our manga haul last month. But I just finished it, so I am back to reading this, which yeah, I absolutely love. This is my first time reading a Urasawa manga, and I'm reading this, and then I'm gonna read 20th Century Boys afterwards because my friend Kazi asked me to read it for her and let her know what I think. And then the other thing that I'm reading, I just kind of been reading this in my spare time, is Ramen 1/2. This one's really long, and it's not really like something that I need to binge or anything like that. It's just a funny rom-com, and it's super goofy, and I'm really loving it so far. But I'm on volume 16 right now. There's 36 volumes, so just kind of taking my time. I'll read like a volume here and there whenever you know, I have some time to spare, or I'm in between volumes of something else. Just kind of read through this real quick. They're pretty quick reads, so that's the 2 that I'm reading right now.
Right.
And then, you know, Doro Hidoro is after that, so that we can do a review for you guys.
Right.
All right. Last one, number 10 is, let me see. What are you looking for in other manga channels?
So what I'm looking for when I watch other manga channels, just like when we watch just a little entertainment, stuff like that. But I also like seeing what other series people like checking out and what series bring joy to them. Because, you know, when I'm collecting manga myself, the series that I like personally, probably some people don't even care about in general. Like, I know a lot of people don't give a shit about Gantz, but, you know, I love it. But, yeah, there's a lot of series that I know Kir likes, or many other people like, and yeah, I personally don't care, but that's fine. I like seeing what people like and what really brings them happiness and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's fun to see just people enjoying collecting or enjoying reading or whatever, just because it's a shared hobby that we have with them. So we just like to see what other people are doing, what they're buying, what they're reading, and, you know, maybe get some recommendations, because, you know, we haven't heard of every single manga ever. You know, there was a lot of manga that we didn't know about or hadn't heard about before, like being on like Reddit and YouTube and stuff like that. You know, so you find out more and more, and we're just kind of, you know, just enjoy, like, you know, seeing what other people are doing or what they're enjoying, so that we can, you know, see if it's something that
we'd want to check out.
Enjoy, you know, so
it exposes us to more stuff, and it's really cool to check out.
Yeah, we always watching videos every day, so
yeah.
Usually like before bed or whatever, we're checking to see, you know, who all uploaded and everything. So yeah. Lots of fun.
Lots of fun. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so that's who we are. You know, 10 basic questions for this tag. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully you learned something about us today. I don't know.
Right.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed.
yeah. So this is, if you want to see more, be sure and subscribe. And
Yeah.
we're already at 400 subscribers, which is like
Yeah, super
crazy
Oh my
because
gosh.
we were not expecting that at all.
Yeah,
So
we hit it really fast, and I'm really that's super exciting.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so we'll see you in the next video. So thank you for watching.
all right.